You know say too much garri dey cause alcohol. And you know say this your garri wey you dey take na because of Satan. Now, let me show you how you can increase your income. Let me show you ways. Like, stop drinking garri every single day. There are other types of food. There's rice, there's beans, there's chicken, and there's so many other things. But you cannot afford those things if you rely on only one source of income, which is your salary. In the next 100 days, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make money both from cryptocurrency, forex, and from owning a business. And that is not just all. I'll be adding a bonus on teaching you life skills, how to get out of depression, how to handle breakup, and how to live a best life. If you are interested in turning finance around, click on the link below. Join me on this transformative journey. It is absolutely free. Stop drinking garri every time. Because I said it's free doesn't mean that the link is going to remain open forever. Get on the board. I'll see you then. Chukwudi, what exactly is your work? 2 years, you have sold phone, you have sold car, you have sold shoes, and now you are selling furniture. What exactly is your work? Now, are you like Chukwudi, that you have been selling different kind of things? I understand. I'm sure it's because you are trying to make ends meet. Country hard. That is one of the reasons why in the next 100 days, I'm going to be showing you a better way of doing this thing. How you can find purpose, how you can stay and focus on a business and build it and become a huge name. I'm going to be teaching you how to build a successful business. And even if you decide that you want to go online and you want to diversify, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to do it. And also I'm going to be fixing that mindset of yours that has been taking you pure. Join me on this 100-day journey. It's absolutely free. Titled Mind and Money. I am going to be teaching you skills that will help you transform not just your mind but also your pocket. Click on the link below to get registered. See you then.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you all doing? I want to officially welcome you all to today, the day 5 of the Minds and Money series. How has been your day? How has been the journey thus far? I would like to share in the comment section how you have benefited from this series from the day 1 down to day 5. Okay, yesterday we looked at a very interesting topic that our host took us through. If you missed any part of yesterday's program, please go back and watch it. So you put it to good use. Well, today we'll be taking you through the crypto diary. If you are following closely, you will see that today is the second day of our crypto diary series, and today we'll be talking about the CBN regulation. Yes, the CBN regulation. And under this CBN regulation, we are looking at 3 things every investor must know from the CBN regulation. 3 important things that every investor must know from the CBN regulation. Investors should be aware of the Central Bank of Nigeria's regulation so they can know how to make decisions on their investments. They can know how to go about their day-to-day activities in the market space, because this regulations from the CBN has a significant impact on every decision concerning the economic environment. No matter what you are selling, no matter what you're investing in, the CBN regulation has a significant impact on the economic environment. So today, I would like every investor, every potential investor to get ready as we dive into those 3 key areas that the CBN regulates from. And then I promise you it's going to be an amazing ride. It's going to be an amazing ride because our host is set to give us everything that we need concerning the CBN regulation. Join me as I welcome our host for tonight, Mr. Silas Umekwe.
You know say too much garri dey cause alcohol. And you know say this your garri wey you dey take na because of Satan. Now, let me show you how you can increase your income. Let me show you ways. Like, stop drinking garri every single day. There are other types of food. There's rice, there's beans, there's chicken, and there's so many other things. But you cannot afford those things if you rely on only one source of income, which is your salary. In the next 100 days, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can make money both from cryptocurrency, forex, and from owning a business. And that is not just all. I'll be adding a bonus on teaching you life skills, how to get out of depression, how to handle breakup, and how to live a best life. If you are interested in turning finance around, click on the link below. Join me on this transformative journey. It is absolutely free. Stop drinking garri every time. Because I said it's free doesn't mean that the link is going to remain open forever. Get on board. I'll see you then.
Hello, guys. Welcome. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Silas Umekwe, and welcome to the day 5 of our Minds and Money series. It's been an awesome time. It's been awesome. If you have been following us, a lot of people have been, although we don't get a lot of interactions while we are live, we've noticed that after the big event, there are a lot of people still go ahead to stream the video. So whatever you do for you to make maximum value, for you to get maximum value from all of these 100 days, I've always said and I've advised that you take your time and go and watch all the previous sessions. Watch the previous sessions. It is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So I believe a lot of people are ready. If you are ready, let me see you. Yes, I can see. Mr. Henry, you have been following us back to back. Trust me, we are watching those that are, those that are following us, and there is going to be a reward, right? There's going to be a reward. I am going to reward. It's not a joke, right? It's not a joke. We are going to reward people that have been on the call live with us. And Mr. Henry Ogunli has always been with us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Henry. We really appreciate your support. All right. So, having said that, sometime last year, or sometime, was it last year or 2 years ago? Sometime 2 years back, the central bank released a memo banning or stopping banks from getting involved in cryptocurrency, right? It was so bad that a lot of people's accounts were frozen for engaging in crypto activities. And as crypto traders, we suffered the heat. And if anybody makes a deposit into your account and you write Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or whatever, your account could be frozen. As a matter of fact, I know a couple of persons whose accounts were frozen. They locked the account, told you, come and remove your money, and the rest of them, right? So this was the situation. Now, this created fear in a lot of investors. A lot of people were saying, I said it, I told you people that this thing is scam, this is MMM. As a matter of fact, I know somebody that posted that anytime the government say we should not do something, I'm very certain, anytime I don't listen to what the government say, I used to end up losing money. But the truth of the matter is, the reason why they impose the ban is very simple. Anytime money is flowing in Nigeria and it's not going through central bank, they don't like it. That's the truth. I was in a stakeholders meeting in 2017 at the central bank organized by the CBN governor. And I noticed that this is what they were talking about. This was their route. And one of the things I advised the governor was, instead of trying to regulate cryptocurrency as a medium of exchange, why not address it as what it should be, as a store of value? And if we want to put any regulation as a store of value, then the best thing to do is for SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, to go ahead and provide that regulation, right? So this was our advice. This was my advice to the CBN governor. And unfortunately, they didn't take it now. You know Nigeria. They didn't take it, right? Few years down the line, the central bank governor came up with a ban. Now, but the ban was not just on individuals, because as at that time, cryptocurrency was still very legal. The ban was on banks, stopping them from participating or supporting any form of cryptocurrency transaction, as it is not a legal tender, right? But funny enough, this had adverse effects, because immediately the banks put eyes on it and that ban was created. it drove a lot of people, it spurred a lot of people into looking at what exactly is this cryptocurrency, right? And as at that time, I think I did free training on introduction to cryptocurrency for about, 1,000 people, and a few persons, out of the 1,000 people, a lot of them benefited, right? Okay, so that is that. Now, fast forward to 2023. But before then, between 2017 and 2023, a lot of regulations have come from the government. There has been the SEC regulation, which was the first that was released. The Security and Exchange Commission released a regulation, a regulatory document that was supposed to guide how exchanges and other cryptocurrency companies would operate within the Nigerian space. Followed by the what's the name of this ministry now? Ministry of Information and Technology, led by the Professor Issa Pantami. Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah. So he released the next document, the National Blockchain Policy. Now, this went on to talk about blockchain. He made so much point that document is rich. As a matter of fact, in the course of these 100 days, we are going to be looking at that document, the National Blockchain Policy. Now, fast forward after that, the central bank comes back and says, okay, we are lifting the ban from banks participating. However, we are going to create restrictions. We are going to create regulations that will guide the banks in participating in this, right? So they decided to create regulations that will guide the bank in participating in cryptocurrency, right? The document is available for download. Although I have it printed, the document is available for download. You can go and read it. It is really good. It's really good, right? Now, what are we going to be talking about today? The first thing we are going to be looking at is what are the problems investors had? What were investors' concerns? Why did the CBN actually have to step in? Because I know we are looking at this. We are looking at the CBN is the government, right? But what concerns us is that we are investors. Now, if the CBN is bringing a regulation, the regulation, why should I be bothered about that regulation? Is the fact that it should help me solve a concern of mine. Now, the question is, what are the concerns of the investors? Now, one of the major problems investors have with cryptocurrency is the fact that this thing no dey stay one place. It's up today, it's down tomorrow. Financial stability. That this currency is too volatile. Cryptocurrency is volatile. You buy a coin today, you are jubilating. I had a friend that invested $1 million in Bitcoin. And the thing went as high as 6-7 million. That's from 2-3 years ago in dollars, right? And I told him, okay, now is a good time to sell. But the young man was saying, it still go up, it still go up. I had a meeting with some people in Silicon Valley and the rest of them. I said they play. Financial markets that we have been in for over a decade. That's why you're having meeting with Silicon Valley. They play. And in 1 minute, not in 1 minute, in 24 hours, he saw his portfolio drop from $6 million to 4-point-something million. What does that mean? It means his portfolio just dropped. Like 1-point-something million disappeared. The value disappeared in his account. What is 1-point-something million? Should I break it down in Nigerian naira? Almost 2 billion naira. I mean, you just sleep this night, wake up, 2 billion and disappear. That's how volatile it is. So a lot of investors are of the opinion that this thing is too volatile. And the fact that nobody is regulating this volatility is also another problem. Right? Then the next problem investors have is consumer protection. Consumer protection. Now, what is consumer protection? If I lose my money, who do I hold? My money don't lose. Who do I hold? Okay, so you buy Bitcoin, and after 5 years, after 10 years, or not 10 years, after a while, you lose your access to the coin. You can't hold anybody, yeah? But now you have money and it's deposited in an exchange, and the exchange wrong. You still can't hold anybody. Why? Because in the law, that's a gray scale. Sorry, that's a gray area. Right? So consumer protection is one of the problems investors were having. Who am I to hold if something goes wrong? Who can I hold? Right? Then the next thing, a lot of people were of the opinion, a lot of investors were of the opinion that cryptocurrency is for illicit activities. That they use it to buy drugs, they use it to smuggle. The truth is, a lot of people don't know that what we have access to, this internet we have access to, this YouTube you're watching, this Facebook you're watching live, is just the surface. There's something called the dark web. It is the internet inside the internet. As a matter of fact, for you to access it, you have to use what is called onion layer. You know onions? Open one layer, open one layer, open one layer. That's exactly what it is. So there is a dark web. And in this dark web, a lot of activities go on. That's where they sell drugs, guns, bomb, and anything. Human trafficking, human being. They say human being there. Right? Now, in 2013, yes. In 2013, the FBI tracked one of the vendors in the dark web. You can go online and read it. It's called the Silk Road Story. The Silk Road Story. So go online and read it. Why you need to learn the story is because when we are talking much later in the course of this program, we are going to look at how you can, let me not just go there, but we are going to revisit this Silk Road story much later, right? The Silk Road story. So go online, write it down, jot it down later at your own time, look at it, the Silk Road story. Now, so this was also what cemented the opinion of people that cryptocurrency is actually used for illicit activities. Now, another problem investors have was that in crypto, you can buy a coin and it disappears. And disappear is not that the coin will disappear from your wallet, but your coin that was showing $3,000 before can just start showing 1 point something dollar, then 0 point something dollar, and your money have gone for vanishing. Right? So, rug pull is a major problem. The truth is, regulations are very necessary in the crypto space. Right? And I'm a full advocate. Rug pull, RUGPULL, rug pull. Right? Regulations are very necessary in the crypto space. Now, let me tell you one funny story. And the reason I'm telling you this, all these things are for your information. So you don't just go as a gullible investor. People lose money in crypto. I'm sure you know. But you also know people make blood money. People make serious, very good money in crypto. So there's a particular guy, a young man, of course, he's a white guy, created a coin, a cryptocurrency, and did an initial offering. Created a group on Telegram. A lot of people joined the group. Very interesting story. A lot of people joined the group. Now, let me now tell you what happened. After people have bought into the token, people have bought the coin, the initial offering, the first time he was launching it, he just sent them a picture on the Telegram group of a beautiful Tesla and thanked everybody for contributing for his car. Then admin left the group. Admin left. So If you think this thing we are doing is play, before you get into crypto, learn, learn. And if not, that means we left with your phone. So, all right. So, rug pull is also another serious concern for investors, right? Now, the central bank came up. They finally agreed that for some reasons, which we are still going to look at, I think it's time we got involved, because we already have SEC regulations, we have national blockchain policy. And remember when we talked about cryptocurrency in our first time, the first day we talked about crypto diaries, we looked at the fact that cryptocurrency brought the blockchain technology. So if you cannot talk about crypto without talking about blockchain. And the blockchain policy, since it was already existing, it only made sense that the bank took the same approach. Now, that's one reason. Another reason you need to understand is that so many countries are making cryptocurrency a legal tender. What does a legal tender mean? A legal tender means if somebody gives you this money, if this is a legal tender, for instance, right? If this is a legal tender, it means if I give it to you, you must accept it. You cannot say no. If you say no, you go to jail. Yeah. So there are countries that have made Bitcoin a legal tender. That means if they enter any shop and say we want to pay with Bitcoin, you must find a way of accepting Bitcoin. If you are not accepting it, you are committing a crime. That's how far the world has gone. And a few years ago, plenty years ago, the United States government, they have regulations on how Bitcoin is taxed. Cryptocurrency transactions are taxed heavily. I heard that sometimes it gets as high as 40% capital gain tax. So other countries are already providing systems to maximize this. So it was just a matter, it was not if they would do it, it was a matter of when they would do it. So we were actually waiting for this regulation document to come out, right? We were actually waiting for it. And they did not fail this time, right? They did not fail this time. In one of my interviews on NTA, I said I was impressed with the government. And somebody asked me, who are you to be impressed with the government? And even when I said it too, I was surprised. But true, the government impressed me because this our government is well. So some of the things, the three major things, this document addresses a whole lot of things, right? But three major things that this document addressed that I want to bring out here is one, the fact that, the idea that people have that cryptocurrency is for money laundering and illicit activities. This document has provided regulations to guide against money laundering and illicit activities. The document has provided enough regulations to do that. And how did they do that? By creating restrictions on the use of certain accounts. By creating restrictions on the use of certain accounts of cryptocurrency investors. And most importantly, customer due diligence. So the central bank has given financial institutions the right to conduct customer due diligence when they want to start, or when they notice a particular transaction, or when there's a change in the name of the holders, and all of that. There are a lot of reasons here, but they've created what they have here is risk management for anti-money laundering, combating the finance of terrorism, and counter-proliferation financing. Basically, it's simply talking about AML, anti-money laundering, CFT, combating financial terrorism, and CPF, counter-proliferation financing, right? So they've created this document giving banks power to do due diligence. That means if you are going to run a crypto company, a Bitcoin, a blockchain project, a blockchain company, all of that, the banks have the right to dig into your village, right? So whether, and they can do it at any time they want. They can do it at the start. In fact, they will do it at the start, onboarding. Now, they can also do it when they notice any form of transaction. They can just say, okay, this guy just did, I mean, you have been doing $20,000, $10,000. All of a sudden, there's an inflow of $1 million. The bank has that right to actually go and do due diligence, not only on the company, but also on the investor, right? So it is very important. And also when there's a name change, that all of a sudden this company just changed name or they just change directors. So the bank has the ability to do that. Now, also still under the anti-money laundering thing, continuous verification and validation of address is required. That means at regular intervals. It's not that you just create accounts today, you use your shop, and after 2 weeks or 2 months, you run away from there. The banks have been given rights and authority to regularly conduct verifications and validations of your address and your documents, right? So this should be providing some form of, trust for investors, right? The second thing is consumer protection, number 2. The number 1 I said is what? Money laundering and illicit activities. That's regulations against money laundering and illicit activities. Number 2 now is what? Consumer protection. Consumer protection. So what have they done to protect consumers? What have they done to protect consumers? Now, the financial institutions shall ensure that appropriate consumer protection systems against risk of frauds are established. Now that they provide a channel of communication for customers' complaints. Now that's it. That means if you're running an exchange, take for instance, if I'm running an exchange and I have customers that are doing business with me, the banks, because they will have access to all our records. I forgot to mention that maintenance of record. The banks will have access to all the records. And why is that? It's for consumer protection. So if you do any hanky-panky, the banks will go straight to the consumer and boycott you. And so they will provide a channel of communication of customers' complaints against account holders. So if I am running an exchange company, and for one reason or the other, there is a secrecy inside what we are doing. There is something that is not clear well. The banks would have direct access. There will be a direct channel of communication between my customers and the bank. So they can use that to regulate whatever it is that is going on. So the banks are also given the right to establish complaint redress mechanism and ensure proper communication of this mechanism to the public. Complaint redress. So if a consumer has a problem with the service of that service provider, it's called VASP, Virtual Asset Service Providers, right? VASP. So if a consumer or a customer has a problem with a VASP, Virtual Asset Service Providers, the bank would establish complaint redress mechanism. So they can report to the bank, and the bank will be in charge of redressing that whole matter and ensure proper communication of this to the general public. That means there's no shadow. You are not hiding under any canopy. Right? You are not hiding under any canopy. And also, still under consumer protection, the banks are supposed to ensure strict adherence to the provision of the circular issued by the CBN, right, on deployment of consumer complaint management and the rest of them. So basically, This is to protect the consumer. That's number two. That's the second thing we are getting out of this CBN regulation. Then number three, security risk and hacking. Security risk and hacking. Now, security risk here, we are talking about the fact that, like what I just explained earlier, rug pull. Let me give you one small story. Sometime in 2016 or 2016 or thereabouts, a major exchange in Canada disappeared. They said they were hacked, and investors' funds, how many hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, they're lost. That's one. Another time, another exchange company said that their CEO died. Let us speak. That the CEO died, and the hardware wallet where the whole company, all the investor money is, the hardware wallet the thing is, the man died with it. And the recovery phrase of the wallet, the man forgot it. The man died with it. He did not have any backup. He did not give anybody. So every investor, to your tent, O Israel, our CEO have died. Really? Now, recently, we saw another exchange go down the drain. FTX. Right? It went down the drain. As a matter of fact, the CEO is in jail. Why? He's in the US. They have strict regulations. So, these are the regulations that the CBN has brought to regulate crypto firms from cutting away with people's money. And how do they do that? By providing restrictions. There are certain restrictions that have been placed on the account of any company that say they are involved in cryptocurrency exchange. Restrictions have been placed on those accounts. So one is that they must go through the necessary guidelines. There's a lot of guidelines. So an account opened in accordance with these guidelines shall only be used for transactions on virtual and digital assets only. So it's not this one that you are a businessman, you use your company account, you are going home, you buy bread. Say, children will eat, you are going, you buy sweets. Any account that is created for a VASP is going to be used solely for transactions of virtual and digital assets. These restrictions are a security measure to protecting the funds of investors, right? Number two, no cash withdrawal shall be allowed from the account. Because you have an exchange account, your company have exchange, and anytime you go to party, you just use ATM. Don't collect this thing and go. Hey, as a man, every other day is as a man. There is no CBN restriction now. You cannot be using people money to be doing as a man. Right? So this is a restriction. This is one of the restrictions. No cash withdrawal from any exchange account or any account that is used for exchange of cryptocurrency. Number three, no third-party check shall be cleared for the account. That means I cannot give you check. If I run it, I cannot give you a check to go and collect money, to go and cash out. No, can't. Right? Except for settlement of a digital assets transaction, which shall be done through a transfer to another designated account. Withdrawal shall only be through a manager's check or transfer to an account. What does this mean? It means that there will always be trail for the money. No third-party check. You cannot say, okay, come. You just say, or somebody will lay you somewhere. They don't catch the CEO, they kidnap the CEO. Then the CEO now write check, say, give us the money, now write check and give them. or the CEO just run and just he hide himself for like 1 or 2 days and say they kidnap him, then he gave somebody check. You can't work. Oh. There are restrictions that have been placed on the account. So that cannot work. Right? While a lot of VASPs and digital asset service providers and virtual asset service providers, right? Why they may not be very comfortable with this, because of their, it's us now, it's we know how they go, right? But the investors should be jubilating at this document. The central bank has done so much. They've provided a lot of hope for the common man based on this document. Now, what is the essence? What does this, all these regulations, take your time, go and download this document, the CBN regulation, download it, read it. Before you enter crypto, read it. It's just, how many pages? It's about 11 pages. Take your time and read it. You see, the problem a lot of Nigerians have is that we don't read terms and conditions. We don't read terms and we don't read anything. As a matter of fact, they don't read. We are always looking for picture or video. We don't read. Right? Take your time. If you want to put 1 naira in crypto, this document is a very short read. It's just 11 pages. Take your time and read it. But if you watch this video, I'm sure you would have understood a lot of things from this document. Now, what is the whole what does this whole document imply for the average crypto investor? Why should the crypto investor be happy that even the document was created in the first place? I'll give you 3 reasons why you should be jumping up about this document. 1, this document has proven that we were right all along that cryptocurrency is legal. Stop the fear. Calm down. No fear. Cryptocurrency is fully legal. There is no crime in using cryptocurrency. You are not a thief. You are not a Yahoo boy. Although Yahoo people have kidnapped our beloved Bitcoin. Everybody say, "Shey they do BTC." I be shey they confirm BTC. Shey that's the song. Shey they confirm BTC. That's Azaman. No, it's Azaman. That is not the crypto we are talking about. But all of them is still the same thing. Because at the end of the day, when Azaman collects the Bitcoin, he actually has to use an exchange, a virtual asset service provider, to convert this cryptocurrency to fiat currency. So eventually, it still goes to show you that the fact that you are doing Bitcoin or that you have Bitcoin on your phone doesn't mean you are a criminal. So any SARS official also that is disturbing you, tell the man that forget this shit is legal, man. There is SEC document to back it up. There is CBN regulation to back it up. There is national blockchain policy. So you are not a criminal, right? Number 2, this has gone to prove that cryptocurrency is a gold mine. If not, CBN no go pull mouth. Cryptocurrency is a gold mine. Mine it. Take advantage of it. In the rest of our sessions, I'm going to be exposing you to a lot of things about this space. How you can make money even without having a dime. The fact that you are watching this video shows that you can make money from cryptocurrency because it shows you have access to internet and you have access to a mobile device or a laptop. And any of these two gives you access to making serious money, to milking this gold mine called cryptocurrency. And number 3, this document has gone to prove that cryptocurrency is the future of money. Cryptocurrency is the future of money. All right, guys, so this is where we are going to end today's meeting, right? And I believe you all gained value. I believe you all gained value. So please, if you know what's good, please share this video with your friends. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are watching on Facebook, make sure you're following me. Make sure you like the page on Facebook, right? And if you're watching on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram, right? So thank you very much. This is day 5. Day 5 has come and gone. And I believe you gained value. I believe you gained so much value, right? So for tomorrow, we are going to be looking at the millennial wisdom. We are going to be looking at millennial wisdom tomorrow. Millennial wisdom tomorrow. And one of the topic for tomorrow is, why am I here? Why am I here is not why am I in front of your screen. Why am I even on the planet? Right? Why am I here? So it's going to be a journey to discovery of self. Right? It's a journey to discovery of self, a journey to self-discovery. So I'm sure at certain points in your life you would have asked this reason: what's actually the point? We come here empty, we hustle. As a matter of fact, some people have the narrative that we came from heaven. Yeah. Then we hustle, finish, to go back to heaven. So all this suffer, why I suffer? Why I leave heaven in the first place? Why did I not just stay there? Right? And you've come here, you have done everything, and it be like, say, you can't even find yourself. You are like Chukudi. Today you are selling beans, the next day you are selling rice, and the rest of them. So we are going to be looking at that. So please, if you know anybody, if you have young ones, especially millennials are from 13, 14, 15 up to 29, right? And discovery of self is not based on age, but these are the set of people we are actually targeting. But if you know anybody that falls within that age range, make sure you bring the person on the call tomorrow. And we are going to be addressing a whole lot of things, right? So this is where we draw the curtain for tonight. I want to believe you gain value. Okay, of course, Mr. Henry has already said maximum value. Mr. Henry, I owe you a gift. I owe you a gift, and I'll give you that gift. And I'll announce the gift on this call. I owe you a gift. I owe 10 persons the gift. You are the first. You are the first. So congratulations, sir. In the course of the call, I will announce your gift. All right. So thank you very much, guys. Tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. Day 5 gone, 95 days to go. This thing is draining. Trust me. But trust me, guys, you're going to gain maximum value. Thank you very much for your time. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow.